My understanding that you biked 18,000 kilometers across continents to come to Da Nang.
Getting the product that is surrounding me and put it in an Italian way, Italian technique, in Italian way to see the products. Taste is hospitality level.
Italian Vietnamese fusion is.
Interesting, my job is being able to put a family together, so all my team in the same vision of respect and of sustainability, of integrity. And I realized one thing, and this is probably the most important thing that I bring with me, in my suitcase, always with me.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Chat.Travel. My name is Tracy May, I'm your host, and as you can see, we are in a dining room, the private dining room of a really iconic restaurant, Michelin-selected restaurant here in Da Nang, Sea Dining. And I am sitting with the maestro himself, Mr. Alessio Rasom. Thank you so much for having us.
Hello, Tracy. Nice to have you here.
Yes.
Really happy. Thank you.
Thank you. As you know, I'm such a fangirl of your food, and being in Da Nang, I really wanted the opportunity to talk to you and share your amazing cuisine with all of our viewers. So first things first, we got to talk about how you got here, because it's my understanding that you biked 18,000 kilometers across continents to come to Da Nang. So can you tell me where you grew up, your history, how you got into food, and what brought you to Da Nang?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was much slimmer at that time, actually.
Too much pasta.
Yeah. I came from a very small village in the north of Italy. With some experience, I left very early my family, and I started working in the kitchens in very nice restaurants. As the point that I meet my wife, we start to have a project of life, a project of having a worldwide tour. And that step by step bring us to the idea to have a bicycle trip. So took us quite long to organize, save some money, and so on. And back to 2017, we decided to have this. 14, we decided to have this bicycle trip. We quit everything, quit the job, go away clothes and everything, just get free. That was the main idea, is just be free. Go without having any deadline, anything. We don't have to show anything. We don't have to do it for anyone. We just want to be free, traveling, stay together, spend time together. Doesn't matter if we do 1 kilometer or if we do 18,000 kilometers, doesn't matter. That was not the project, was the trip, was not the destination, the important part. So after almost 18 months, we reached Vietnam, so Hanoi, where my wife come from. And then small decision, day by day, we figure out how to move definitely in Vietnam, and we decided Da Nang for that.
Oh, wow. And where did you meet your wife? Was it Italy or?
We met in Peru 12 years ago, and then we moved to Paris together, and then she's originally from Hanoi.
Oh, wow. And so can you tell me a little bit about your culinary background? I know you've worked with some of the greatest chefs in the world. Like, let's tell everybody your story in gastronomy.
Yeah. So, I must say that I was very lucky to cross this genius of the cuisine in my life, and had the chance to spend time, work with them for long time, and that's I consider it a real chance, to be honest. It's kind of idols, and being able to spend time with these people is a change.
Like whom? Who did you work with?
William Ledoy, one of I call it my father. Culinary father is the one that really opened my eyes. Mauro Colagreco, iconic chef nowadays. Just really a big idol in gastronomy. Eric Frechon, 3 Michelin star. So very nice person, but mostly everyone brings their own personality. Everyone has their own way to see the things, and that was the luck part. Very strong character, very strong vision. So that's why I really consider myself lucky to meet these people.
Wow. And were you trained? Did you go to culinary school or did you just train on the go and learn from washing dishes up until being an executive chef?
I came from a family of bakers from both sides, from my
Oh,
mother's side and my father's side. And that brings me to have this passion. However, I was quite good in school, and my family pushed me to make some different school. At the point, I decided to go to a culinary school. And they were pretty angry at that time, to be
they
honest.
wanted you to be a dentist, right?
I was good, and they didn't want make me give me this life of it's a kind of hard life. And
Sure.
my father, my grandfather, all my family is people that really work hard. I worked hard so much, and my mother for sure want to protect me of that, and that's why she was upset seeing the kid didn't get the point of that. And but yeah. So they forced me to go in a culinary school just to change my mind and trying to
Talk you out
bring
of
me
it.
back. So school in the morning, work in the afternoon, work with my father at the bakery at night, just make me so tired to make me change idea. And actually they did the opposite.
Right.
They give me freedom. So I was working, I was living of my passion. I really like it. So in the end, they realized that yeah, it was my way.
Amazing. Well, you have several restaurants in Da Nang, but we're going to first talk about sea dining as, fusion cuisine is obviously a huge trend right now in gastronomy, and there are many varieties of fusion with Vietnamese food, specifically being that we're in Vietnam, of all sorts. But before meeting you, it was the first time that I had ever heard of Italian Vietnamese fusion. Specifically being that, Italian food is so iconically Italian and it's like a birthright, right? So to take something so old and iconic and then fuse it with Vietnamese is some would think is a little crazy, but you have made it to be a thing, and people travel to this restaurant from all over Vietnam and tourism from all over the world to come and experience what Italian Vietnamese fusion is. So, can you tell me what it's all about for you? How you came up with it? What's your favorite dish to make? How do you incorporate the ingredients? I want to pick your brain about that fusion.
Yeah, so is the approach. So the difference thing of Italian cuisine, one we could consider it by recipes. So the classic pasta and pizza, and that, as you said, is iconic. Is like a flag itself,
Right.
cannot be touched, untouchable, right? However, if we take the Italian cuisine as a concept, so that changed the rules, that changed the game. So the concept of Italian cuisine is cooking in a very simple way without manipulating much the ingredients, thinking about a tomato mozzarella salad, right? Cheese, tomato, olive oil, that's it. It's not more than that. Very good pizza is a bread with tomato and cheese on and back in the oven. It's not much more than that. Pasta, tomato, any Italian recipe is extremely simple ingredients and with not much manipulation in it. And this actually is the approach. So the approach is taking what the land, what the landscape, what the country, what the surrounding offer, and just trying to put together in a very well balanced way, season it well, and that's actually what we do. It's I'm not forcing the fusion. It's not what actually we want to do. I'm actually just getting the approach of Mediterranean cuisine. So getting the product that is surrounding me and put it in a Italian way, Italian technique, in Italian way to see the products. Can be a tomato with fish. Of course, it's absorbing influence, absorbing taste and notes and flavors and perfumes and culture, herbs, ingredients. to cook that, but it's not a forcing thing. Example, I'm in love of the combination between pineapple and tomato, things that is completely crazy in Italy, right? This pizza with pineapple, it's just so crazy talk about. Vietnamese is different. We make a soup, a canh chua, that is pineapple and tomato, and it works so well together. So why not put tomato and pineapple in a fish soup of a caciucco, that is an Italian soup, right? And makes so much flavor. It's getting this sweet and sour taste, and then we can just combine some spice, things that we don't use much in Italy. So this spice get just elevate the taste, and then we put some fresh herb on it, and we create a magic soup that is personally better than the original one. So yeah, that's it. It's not the concept of fusion itself. It become fusion because actually it's a fusion culture. It's Italian living in Vietnam itself. So it's a fusion story.
Huh. Interesting. But there's certain, botanicals, and there's certain herbs and spices that are only available here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I can only imagine it manipulates the flavor of whatever you put in it that makes it taste Vietnamese. So when you were talking about spices, are you using Italian spices or are you using regional? Because I know that you're very farm to table as well. We'll get into that as well. But are you using those iconic flavors in your food, which makes it taste Vietnamese, but it's actually Italian?
Yeah, it's exactly that. I'll make you an example. Pasta with tomato sauce. We put galanga or ginger inside instead of garlic and onion. Tomato are different from the Italian one and match much better. It's matching better with ginger of galanga than with onion and garlic, as the Italian tomato does. Basil, here we can find basil, but the quality is what it is. And compared to the Vietnamese basil of the coriander, it's completely different level. So if we make a tomato pasta with galanga and we put coriander on it, we finish it with olive oil and pecorino, it's become just wonderful tomato pasta. So yeah, somehow we have a Vietnamese flavor in it, but it's completely the face of Italian cuisine.
Incredible. Okay, now I'm hungry for some pasta. Gonna have to whip me up some downstairs. Okay, so let's talk about this farm to table movement,
Yeah.
which obviously is so important in culinary, but specifically, you're really geared here towards local and sustainable ingredients as much as you can. But we're also living in a world, this is fine dining, multi-course, this is a Michelin restaurant where, your guests may want lamb from New Zealand or Wagyu from Australia or Japan. How do you consistently service your customer base and still stay true to your values of being as local and sustainable as you can be?
To answer to that, I would like to go back on the previous question that was, who are my mentors? And most of the chefs I work with, they were upset about quality of ingredients and really creating this relation with suppliers and make the core value of the restaurant with the relation with supplier. I have to say that it took me 3 years to get at that point. It's not easy. We have to build first the business. We have to build first the logistic, the training of staff,
And you're not Vietnamese, so you
Many
have to be
Vietnamese.
trusted as well,
Yeah.
culturally, right?
Yeah. So it takes me quite a long time, but I have to say that in the last 3 months we are really into it and we are really going clearly in this direction. That is actually my direction, is what for my integrity is the being a chef. So is trying to live, as I say, the Italian cuisine, live with the surrounding, and surrounding are a producer, fishermen, and that's the point. Is trying to understand the country, try to see people, and in my need, I really need to see who are in the back of products. And that's for sure with beef from Australia, lamb from New Zealand, as you mentioned, is not possible. So when we have a lamb or a pig, we know who are in the back. We see and we met them. They come here. They know where this product go, and they will pay a lot of attention because of that. They know where this product will be and how it will be treated and respect. And so that's what makes interesting my job, is being able to put a family together, so all my team in the same vision of respect and of sustainability, of integrity.
It's amazing. So you prefer to not import the product and utilize whatever you can from the local fishermen, from whatever is fresh and daily, and from your suppliers who are giving you the produce that just grew and was picked that morning, and you prefer to do that than importing your ingredients,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We have exception, of course, with olive oil, with some Parmigiano cheese. We are not going in extreme way, so we try to go in.
Because you have to stay authentic to your roots as well, and they're not making Parmesan here yet. That's
We
the
have as
same.
well to. It's a business as well, so we should not be too extreme. We should not be too strict. We need to be somehow commercial as well. We need to be appreciated as well. So it's not extreme way of a concept. It's really a way to be sustainable and try to really support as much as we can the community.
It's amazing. So let's talk about some of your other places. I didn't realize that you had other venues in the area. Can you tell me what else you're doing?
Most of them are in Hoi An.
In
So
Hoi An.
almost the same time than C, we open Lim Dining, that is Italian casual in the center of Hoi An. Very beautiful house, ancient house, open space, trying to get authentic Italian cuisine, being a rest of tourists that are here in Vietnam since long enough to get a bit tired of local cuisine. Then we have a bakery that was a long time dream, being from bakery background, and try to reproduce a bit the shop of my grand-grandmother. We have some picture that combine the two things, are very, very cute.
Oh, cool.
And that was a long dream, actually, and become true. And recently we opened a Thai restaurant, very nice, in a beautiful space, very hidden in the center of Hoi An. Wine bar connected, very nice space, very classic, elegant, high quality music, big wine list. And really, 1 month ago, a new place in town in Da Nang, it's called Cucina Luca. It's an Italian trattoria, very cute space. Luca is a chef from Italy, very passionate and talent on this authentic cuisine. Yeah.
I gotta go try them. But so do you, for all of your different restaurants, do you develop all of your menus and stuff here at Sea? This is your home base and this is your test kitchen, and then you just spread the love?
Yeah. So Sea become as well the academy. Become the academy to develop people, to train them, to develop recipe. The flagship as well, using it for promote all the group in different way, in different channels. And that for sure is the core identity in for myself is C, yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's where we create most of the recipe, and where staff get out most of the ideas. Yeah.
But how do you, if you're here, how can you jump? Like, do you just do runs every day to Hoi An to make sure that it's running smoothly, or do you have a camera set up so you can watch it on your phone? Like, it's got to be really challenging to be, juggling all of these different businesses simultaneously, right?
I'm not moving much. We are really into trust. of people. We are the luck to work with crazy good collaborators, very talented people that can run the places alone. We are always there to support if they need in any moment. We are available, and we really focus. My job is to focus on giving them all tools to develop and to do their job. So my main job nowadays is trying to understand the need of our collaborators and being able to support them.
Amazing. I gotta go try them. So let's get back to your mentors for a second. What is the biggest lesson that you were taught by your father of culinary? What was, being in his kitchen, learning from him, having him mentor you? What was the greatest lesson that you were able to take for yourself and your own work, and that you have then passed on to the young chefs that you mentor or the chefs who you collaborate with to run your restaurants?
I'm very happy that you asked that, because 3 months ago I couldn't be able to answer you. And it's something that I realize now. I'm almost 40, and I just realized that answer. Who is my mentor first? Coming back to my background, I come from two family of bakers. Both sides, very hard time. So just quickly, my mother's side lived in this area of Italy that becomes Italy just after the First World War. People living there had the choice in the end of the war, deciding if they want to move to Austria or stay in Italy. If they want to move to Austria, they will lose all property. My grandmother was renting the place for the bakery in one of these people that decided to move to Austria. So by law, she could keep it. In the end, she just kept paying the rent. Integrity, honest. The other side, my father's side, my grandfather was working for a baker as an employee, having hard time. I think what he said that he missed 3 days in 40 years work. This was sick for 3 days in 40 years. So again, consistency, again, integrity. And then my father came in the story. And then just recently I realized that what he really teach me and the real mentor of my life is him, without really realize till now. And I realized one thing, and this is probably the most important thing that I bring with me in my suitcase, always with me, is this hospitality need. So to be short, I come from this very small village, as I said, and a bakery, and the service that the bakery was providing is bringing the bread to private family, and most of this delivery was with one piece of bread, and sometimes we have to make 3 stairs, 3 floors to bring one piece of bread in a small cages covered by the snow, covered by the birds, things like this. And every day, 6 a.m., going around was probably 20, 25 family. And just recently, actually, being probably more in business, I realized that the end of the month bill was something like $3, was $4. So imagine that every day a delivery with one piece of bread, bringing privately to these old people that couldn't come down in the winter time. And in the end was $3 bill. And in the end of month, we always go around these families to take the bill. And most of the time they bring, my father used to bring a cake or something extra, like to thank you them that they are our customer. And actually the cake was more expensive than the month of bill. Oh. So I just realized it now was naturally for me, was completely normal. And I see these people and I have to respect them as big customer for us, right? And I realized that this hospitality, this generosity, it's actually my core in my life way. So from my family, from my job, I put all my passion. I see my customer, doesn't matter who they are, as people that are here for me, and I have to thank you them. And then any of us will just go to hospital after half day. And That's the impressive part. That's
Wow.
what we forget sometimes.
Let's talk about Michelin coming to Vietnam. I was there at the awards last year and watched you on that stage. It must have been really incredible to be recognized in that achievement. And considering that Michelin, it was only the second year that it's been in this country,
Yeah.
you know, to be able to be recognized for your work is extraordinary. Are you going for the star? What is next for that? Do you think that it's important that Michelin is here? Because I've talked to people and it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not really necessary. Like, how do you feel about Michelin in Vietnam?
We are part of the very elite countries in the world that have Michelin judging them. This is giving visibility in the worldwide about the gastronomy.
Right.
So for sure, it's a very, very positive point for everyone, chefs first, restaurants, suppliers, all the industry, right? And that's for sure is a positive point, without doubt. It's cannot be more than positive. If we are going in a Michelin direction, it's a long way. It's a very, very long way for us. Michelin direction is more about consistency, quality, the core things, right? That must be in somehow core for everyone. Is integrity, consistency, is creativity, is being unique taste, is hospitality level, and giving rules and giving somehow destination of level is important for everyone. Is motivating everyone. Doesn't matter if we really want that or not, but is for sure pushing all the industry up.
So, am I correct that you won the service award as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. You know, as an Italian chef, and the service award is hard to get and hard to win, and your service must be impeccable to be recognized specifically for that award. How did you train your staff in that way to be able to be recognized? Because, you know, it's not just you and your cooking. This has nothing to do with that. This is about your team, your valued team, and how they service and give their hospitality to your guests. How did you guys build that structure here to be able to be recognized like that? Because that's an incredible achievement.
Yeah, we are very, very proud of that. Probably more than the selection. This is what makes us super proud and push us daily in, to do better. First of all, I have to say that we are very lucky having the chance to work with those people that decided to stay with us and to push their own energy and their own passion in our vision. For the training part, I'm not doing much, to be honest. I'm trying to take out their personality. Everyone has their own personality. Everyone has their own way to be to see the hospitality part. Is the one that talk more, the one that don't talk much, the one that feel comfortable doing something. So I'm trying to give them their own space and to make them understand their own way. And then give them the vision, what I mentioned before, of hospitality, showing them what is hospitality is. So yeah, taking really care of people, not in the way of seeing a business of it, not seeing the tips in the end of the service, but really with the vision of make them happy, because in reality, hospitality is that. Just make them happy. Doesn't matter if we are sad, if we are a bad mood, if we are tired, that should not be into it. Hospitality is welcome people. And I always told them, you are not serving people, you are welcome people. And that's probably the main thing I'm doing. But the rest is done by them.
It's incredible. But I mean, did they go to school for it? Because I've had dinner at your restaurant, and I have to tell you that the service was impeccable. But service for a Western consumer and customer is very different than Vietnamese. You know what I mean? When I go to a local Vietnamese restaurant, we sit on a plastic stool. There is a tiger beer with an ice cube, and you take the shells and you throw them on the floor. You know what I mean? And that's how culturally it's done here. That's the norm. So your staff are impeccable with their service. So that's something that they had to learn and they had to train. I get that you're saying that you let everybody have the space to do that, but they still have to know the basics about what is expected in fine dining for a Western customer. If they've never learned that before, then it's something that has to be taught, right?
They come from, most of them come from a background of Western concepts.
Right, okay.
That can be restaurants or hotel. And then this knowledge with the hospitality feeling at these improvements, day by day improvements. End of service, have a beer together, talk about what we can do to improve, how we can improve, and keep trying to improve day by day, step by step. But really constant. Every day something has to be improved, and that's our way. It's we don't want to have it perfect in the beginning or straight. We give time to people to improve, to learn, and some point they will do it alone. They will improve alone. They will grow alone. Many times I ask to staff, why you are so tired today? Yeah, I watched a YouTube channel till 3 a.m. yesterday how to serve the wine and try in my room with the bottle, but the glass was too small. Okay, sleep.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that's just yesterday a guy was looking quite tired, and he said, what you did? Party yesterday? No, I have a butcher class on YouTube, but the chef is from US and they have to work in the same hours. And so give the vision and the passion, I think is...
But it's also, they're doing it themselves. I mean, these
Yeah.
kids are watching YouTube videos to get it right so they can impress you
Yeah.
or impress their customers. That's incredible.
They feel more confident. They feel better. They know... I think the service part, they need to be confident. Customer need to see trust in the service. They need to see people that know what they are doing, know what they are saying, and trust them. And to do that, we need to give them the tools to be confident, to let them know they are doing well, they are good. And that's, I think many of them are into it. What I'm bringing with me and what I bring into people is trying to share that hospitality skill. And that's probably the most important.
Oh, that's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
I'm going to wrap it up in a minute. I just would love to know if you had any advice from your experience to give to a young aspiring restaurateur or an aspiring chef who had that same spark, despite the odds, despite what their parents wanted them to do, but they had that passion to pursue this really, really tough industry, which is gastronomy. What advice from your experience would you give?
To be honest, I'm not in a position to give advice. I'm probably more in a position to receive advice. So
You're very humble, my friend.
yeah, I think I'm not the one that I can give advice. It's more a journey. Everyone has their own thing, has their own way to see it, and I'm waiting for advice actually.
So let's get into, there's so much incredible cuisine now in Vietnam. I mean, Vietnamese cuisine is obviously delicious, but there are so many incredible chefs coming into this country, bringing their passion like you have to this country. And now on the global stage, Vietnam has really been elevated as a culinary destination globally. Who are the chefs? Who are your contemporaries whose work you really respect right now?
Lot of names. Not fail to mention. I will be for sure forgetting someone, or for sure. But have to say that I'm more inspired by people actually having consistency daily and working very hard for not much. So the chefs that I'm looking and I really admire daily is probably the fishermen, is probably the farmers. And I had the chance and the luck to be in touch with these people. And to be honest, they are the stars. They are the ones. They are the ones that really, really work hard without a business goal, just by passion, just by historical thing. They have to do it, but at the same time, they want to do it. They want to improve. They want to grow, and yeah, they have to work hard. They have not this chance to be famous one day. They do it in a genuine way, and that's for me the people that I really, really admire and so respectful for them. So, a lot of chefs just crazy talented. And Vietnam, as you mentioned, it getting full of so nice people and impressive how the new generation is talent and so precocious on their way. It's impressive, like people of 24, 25 years old, it's just a crazy level already. And that I'm just impressed. I feel so old and old school when I see these people, what they do. But yeah, if I have to admire people, and it's probably who do the hard part of it.
And have you ever gone out on a fishing boat or gone foraging with these guys and experienced what it's like on day in the life of your local farmer? Have you ever gone there and really worked with them to see how it goes and how it works? And has that inspired your own cuisine?
That's the point, is that I work 10 minutes and I'm completely tired, and they can do it all day. They work under the sun all day. I don't know how they do, and I do it for 10 minutes and I feel exhausted. So that's what I'm saying. The respect I have to them, it's, I don't know. I really don't know how they do it. Or the fishermen, they have in these boats that are, first they don't want me, I'm too big for them. But yeah, it's so hard life, really, really hard life. And they can do it for all day, and then they sleep at 40 degree in a boat for a couple of hours, and they start again in the afternoon, and they start again that for 4 or 5 days.
Okay, I will take that. Thank you so much for taking
Thank
your
you.
time. You're a very
Appreciate
busy
it.
man to join us on Chat Travel. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is Chat Travel. We'll see you again next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.